On this week's edition of the Dominical Dollar-Bin Dive, we open a blaster box of 2022-2023 Upper Deck SP. Now, if the hobby version of this is SP Authentic, does that mean that we're opening SP Fake? Let's cut a long story short and open some packs. Here's the box in all its glory. I got this for, I believe, $20, maybe even $15 at a card show in, I want to say, November of 2023. In fact, I'll just go ahead and say that it was November of 2023. And to see it already down at that price indicates that this product may not have been particularly popular. But this channel is not particularly popular either, so maybe it's a good match. Let's hope we can find some redeeming qualities in both. Now, the box itself is not that exciting to look at. Sometimes you have some kind of picture of a card on the side design. We don't have that here. We just have odds telling us that there's a ton of parallels and then more parallels that we can get. I do notice on the front that it looks like Matty Beniers has a larger logo than Shane Wright does, so maybe Matty Beniers has been cropped in a bit larger. Let me know what you think about that on the comments below, as well as maybe even what you think about this product. Although I'm opening 8 packs this time around, my video last week where I only opened 3 packs of 1995-96 Parkhurst International still netted more cards because each pack was 14 cards, so a total of 42 cards. 2 cards short of that this week. Here we go on our first pack. There's a Rookie Authentics at the back, but let's see, let's go from the front. Tage Thompson, Gabriel Landeskog, Trevor Zegras, Bo Horvat, that's our parallel blue card, and I forgot that hexagons were a big theme of SP in this year. I maybe should have had some Settlers of Catan or Takinoko or some other board game in the background as well. At the back of the pack, we have Rookie Authentics Blue of Jordan Spence. So in the first pack, we had one player who's already moved on. That's Bo Horvat, who's gone to the New York Islanders, and also one player who may never actually play again in Gabriel Landeskog. So a lot can change just over the course of 1 year. Let's see who we have in this pack. Alex DeBrincat, there's another one. He's with Ottawa still there, not yet with Detroit. Tanner Jeannot, he is with the Tampa Bay Lightning. Will we see any player in this pack pictured with the actual team they currently play for? Here's the back of Tanner Jeannot. We haven't looked at the back of any of these cards yet. Jordan Kyrou, he is definitely still a St. Louis Blue as of recording. Patrick Kane, he is 2 teams later than the Blackhawks now, having gone to the Rangers at last deadline and then to Detroit Red Wings this year. And we finish with an Owen Power Rookie Authentics Blue. That's a pretty nice card, although not as nice maybe as it could be because it has a bit of a ding in the top left corner here. Dive into our next pack. We've had a similar structure of our 2 packs so far with blue parallel and then Rookie Authentics Blue at the back of the pack. I'll try to show the front of the pack this time, keep the back a surprise because it looks like that's where the hits, such as they are, can be found. Nathan MacKinnon. Now, you won't find it on the back of this card because when this card was produced, the 2022-2023 season hadn't happened yet. Although the set was a late release, so by the time it came out, the 2022-2023 season may actually already have been in the past. This is getting convoluted. What I'm trying to say is that Nathan MacKinnon finally broke out of the 99-point club. You can see he got stuck at 99 points in 2018-19. And then various factors kept him from breaking through to 100 points for the next 3 seasons. Finally, last year he got his 100-point season, and then this year he's way over 100 points, and he also finally got his first 50-goal season. Up until now, I considered him certainly one of the best players of all time to have never scored 50 goals, and that's certainly a video for the future as well. But he now has his 50-goal season. The big question is, will Nate win the Hart Trophy? I'm of the opinion he will. I'm also of the opinion that my vote would be for Nikita Kucherov, but Nikita Kucherov is Russian and already has 1 Hart Trophy. Nathan MacKinnon is Canadian and does not have a Hart Trophy yet, so those can be some tie-breaking factors when you have 2 great seasons side by side. In any case, They've both had wonderful seasons. If there were 2 Hart Trophies to give out, I think it would go to those 2 guys. But if I was putting my money on who's taking the Hart Trophy this year, it would be Nathan MacKinnon. Anton Lundell. Here, oh wow, okay. We're doing better than I expected in here. SP Rookie Authentics of Brandt Clarke, and that is a defenseman that I expect to be pretty good, so I'm quite pleased to see this Brandt Clarke card in here. Now the big question, of course, when you pull jersey cards these days is whether they are just event worn or actually game worn, and on the back of this card it's not super clear as having been worn by the featured player. What's that mean? It does say on the front here that there are game-worn jersey cards in here, so I presume that this is a game-worn jersey card. I'm going to do a bit of reading in the fine print here and investigate. It's not super conclusive reading the box here either. It just says that there are jersey parallels, but based on what we see here, we can presume this is probably a game-worn jersey card. It's obviously not a huge patch, but it's still pretty cool to pull this out of a pack. Cale Makar afterwards. I know there are some people who are already getting on the hype train of Cale Makar being the greatest defenseman ever. He certainly may have the inside track on being the best defenseman of this generation, but I wouldn't compare him to Bobby Orr quite yet, and I'd be surprised if he reaches the levels of Bobby Orr, but that's no knock on Cale. He's great, but Bobby Orr just very convinced that he's the greatest defenseman of all time. That's the topic of another video because we have Jordan Harris here in person. So that is our blue rookie authentics in this pack. Coming up on the halfway point here. You can also see in the background the long story that I cut short is the history of SP. We can talk about that quickly. So SP was first released as an insert in Upper Deck Flagship in 1993-94. We have that Theo Fleury representing that set. So that, in a sense, was like the canvas of its day. It was a set within a set. The following season, they doubled up on it by keeping it within Flagship, but also releasing it as its own product. Now that may have been a little confusing because both were called SP, they were using the same logo, they even had a bit of similarity in design. So for the following year, the SP that was found in Flagship became Special Edition, as we see with the Mark Recchi here. And then Upper Deck SP had quite a different design from Special Edition. It lasted one more year SP before transitioning into SP Authentic, which of course still runs today and is one of Upper Deck's most popular products. But in 2018-19, SP returned, this time just as a retail version of SP Authentic. So there isn't really a difference in SP and SP Authentic cards other than on the back, where it's going to say SP or SPA, and the logo is going to be different as well. So that looks to be something that Upper Deck is carrying forward. We are obviously looking today at the 5th year of Upper Deck SP in its revived configuration. But back to the packs, here's Mitch Marner, a member of the 99-point club. He has not hit 100 points in a season yet. Hopefully that's going to come in the future for him. Austin Matthews, who's had a crazy year scoring goals. Dylan Cousins, possibly the best player ever to come out of the Yukon. Jake Sanderson, numbered out of 299. That's a good rookie to get. So this box has been fairly impressive, actually, in terms of the hits, a bit better than I was expecting. Now, Jake Sanderson himself wasn't born in the territories, but his dad, Jeff Sanderson, who had a very good career, was. I believe he was from the Northwest Territories. And we finish off with Jack Quinn in an SP Rookie Authentics Blue. Next pack here, let's see what's inside. There's surely going to be another parallel inside, and I don't mind parallels per se, but I do have concerns that we are being conditioned to treat parallels as hits in place of other things like inserts or autographs or game jerseys. That would especially be the case in sets like O-Pee-Chee Platinum or Upper Deck Allure. Now, there are parallels that I really like the Silver Scripts from MVP, the retro parallels in O-Pee-Chee, but when you just have maybe the color of the background changing and that's a parallel hit, that gets a little dicey. When you have those parallels in as a supplement to other hits, I don't mind that so much, but when we're being asked to treat those as hits in place of other things that would be more traditionally considered inserts, that I do have concerns about. But my worries about parallels aside, here's Alex Nedeljkovic. He is now with the Pittsburgh Penguins. Blake Coleman, Andrei Svechnikov. I like Andrei Svechnikov a lot. Adam Fox in a parallel blue. And then an SP Authentic Profiles blue of Brady Tkachuk. And to be clear, this is SP Authentic Profiles and not SP Authentic Profiles. It gets a little bit confusing between the retail and the hobby product. 3 packs left. It looks like the format here is you get 2 hits per pack at the back of each pack. Start off with Thomas Hertl, Elvis Merzlikins, Moritz Seider, a Seth Jarvis in blue, and then a Nick Perbix SP Rookie Authentics blue behind. Here's Miro Heiskanen, James Van Riemsdyk, Jonathan Toews. I don't think we're going to see him in an NHL uniform again. I would be surprised if he was, but who knows? It could happen. Mark Stone, coming back from a spleen injury. And Shane Wright. Shane Wright, of course, is one of our featured players from the box front here, and I am glad that they didn't just recycle the photo for the box front, but they did give us a different photo than on the card for that box. Last pack here, and I have heard from other videos that a lot of people have had good success with jerseys. They're supposed to be 1 in 40, which is 1 in 5 blasters, but a lot of people, at least when the product came out, were reporting that they were hitting jerseys much more frequently. So I'm not entirely surprised to have hit a jersey card in this blaster because I was expecting that my chances were better than 1 in 5 boxes. I don't know if that run of luck continued for the entire print run. Michael Bunting, another player who is now 2 teams later, having gone to Carolina and then to Pittsburgh. Victor Hedman, Marc-Andre Fleury with the Minnesota Wild. He is now 2nd all-time in wins. Jacob Markstrom. And we finish with Tage Thompson. So ending the box just as we started the box. And Tage Thompson, a player who hasn't had quite the year that many people hoped for after last season when, especially in the middle part of the year, he was just an unstoppable force. But let's hope he bounced back well for next season. So what were the hits in this box? At the back of each pack, we had a blue parallel. We are being generous in calling all the parallels hits, although I did express my feelings about parallels a little bit earlier on. So there were 2 authentic profiles, and then 6 SP Rookie Authentics blue, and a strong Buffalo theme in those cards. So that's at the back of every pack, either an authentic profiles or a Rookie Authentics in blue. You would almost expect that blue would be a prominent color on the packaging of the box and the packs because we also had a lot of blue parallels of the base, 7 of those. There was only 1 pack where we didn't get one of those parallels, but that's because we had 2 other hits. The big 2 cards of the box, of course, were the SP Rookie Authentics Brent Clark jersey parallel, and then the SP Rookie Authentics Jake Sanderson silver parallel numbered to 299. That's a pretty good pair of defensemen to pull as your big rookie hits of the box, so I'm definitely satisfied with that. For those of you keeping score at home, that means we have 17 hits for this product, which is slightly above the average that I presume Upper Deck intended for the product, which is 16 or exactly 2 per pack. I would guess that our extra card would be the jersey parallel. I presume that they tried to put 1 numbered parallel in each box, and then the jersey parallel is our bonus for the box. So I didn't have high expectations for this product going in, but I'm actually quite pleased with what came out of the box. I would definitely purchase another blaster like this at the price point of $15 to $20. But fear not, because that will not be next week. We will have something different on the Dollar Dive next week, so make sure you're tuning in then to see what we're opening. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.